Alrighty.
Introduce yourself.
Well, mine won't take quite that long.
Well, you have 15 minutes if you want to.
How long?
15.
Well, that's way longer than I've ever talked to you. Because I only see 12 people a day because I'm farmer. Some of these. I'm not a good people person because I can't remember names. I've actually brought name tags in case somebody wants to fill them out, but want to make sure y'all get all these. Everybody get one of these. So, I got all you want. All right, yeah. So page 1 says a little bit about me. I'm 1957 model. Okay. So lifelong Republican. My dad was ran Rockefeller campaign in '68 and 70 and 72. And I actually, as a 10-year-old, got to ride around with Big Man on his Winnebago. This is the next thing shows our district, which is expanding because there's 35 senators, and the last time the census was taken, obviously we're losing population, which is not a good thing as far as, you know, well, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, but it's not a good thing as far as values of your real estate and your houses. So this is the last time the census was taken. There's 82,000 people per district. This is our 26th district. So I want to make sure that, I mean, y'all are kind of I would say the northern edge, but I grew up in Pine Bluff, and Pine Bluff Zebra, raised and bred with timber and paper mills, and it all smelled like money to me, my dad told me. But yeah, the next thing is the last thing that Ben sent out. This is his card I got today, that I'm a liberal socialist, which is, yes, I did vote in 3, and by the way, I started out when Frank White beat Bill Clinton for the governorship in 1980. This went back when we had two-year governorships. And that's when I became the Republican representative on the Shea County committee. And yes, I have voted in, apparently, because they have the facts, 3 Democratic primaries. And anybody that knows anything knows that there was nobody to vote for in the Republican primary. And but if you don't know that, then you know if that is my negative, that's the least negative I can say. Here's a little excerpt from I think this came from Max Brantley at the not a Max Brantley,
Arkansas Times. Max Brantley is the author of the Arkansas Times.
Yeah. Well, whatever. It's where Ben gets his money. I got my money for myself, okay? And people ask me, why would I run? Why would I do this to myself? And mainly because, well, that's 100% because since 1980, I never thought it was possible to have a Republican senator from our part of the country. And I haven't checked it, but I'm pretty sure it would go back to Reconstruction before we have it. I would think about Reconstruction when they were putting all that out. But I felt like this time we can turn it to a red seat. Also, with only 35, and I don't know exactly how many Democrats are left. But I would have to say, I think there's less than 10 Democrat senators. And a Democratic senator in the environment that we are now in is pretty useless. And we need somebody that, as a Republican, that can be in there and give us our voice. And I think, you know, I mean, I think I'm the best chance we got to unseat the Democrat. And Ben's a nice guy. Got 4 kids over him. Got 6 grandkids. Every one of my kids was raised right here. And they all went to public school. I went to public school in Common Time. And got my graduate degree in Fable. I decided to move south and sit north. And, you know, would have been better off economically to be in Northwest Arkansas, but right now, I'm committed to Southeast Arkansas, and I will be here till I die. And I cannot tell you how much I relish the fact that we are finally turning into a Republican part of the state. And just hope y'all vote for me. And if it doesn't happen, you know, it's got to happen this week, 10 days. I got to have it. After that, I'll take on the other guy. So, thank y'all. And by the way, my friend sent me the king cake. So dig in over here.
Any questions or?
Oh, questions? Yeah.
You're a senator now, or going to be a senator?
I will be a senator.
What is your function as of right now?
As of right now, I'm a private citizen.
Okay, but you would represent Pine Bluff area
No.
this whole area?
No. Star City is that's why I sent this out. So this will be my district, all the way down to the state. I live in Meeting. I have a farm right here.
Oh, positions running, I'm glad now. I need a map.
That's why I put that out there. So it's very confusing about how they, every 10 years, you know, they redistrict. So as we shrink in population, we have to get more area. So that's why I put that out there. And I put this out there because I'm not a socialist. That's why. But anyway.
Several years ago, we had a person here run, just a state representative. And he was from in this area. We talked about putting industries in the southeast Arkansas. How would you go after businesses to put into southeast Arkansas to raise up the poverty level and the use of these, like you talked about welding or things like that?
No, I wasn't talking about that. Ben was talking about
Okay,
that.
but would you do that?
Well, I moved down here in 1978 and started farming. I was fortunate enough to be born into a situation where I could afford to farm, okay? But nobody had ever farmed in my family. We owned a cottonseed oil mill up in Pine Bluff. And, but I had a little different twist. And I like working my hands. And so that's why, I mean, I'd come down here in the summers and work over here at Dumas. But as far as turning around and doing things that are, you know, I don't have a magic bullet. But I know one thing, we gotta make sure we got people that care about our schools. And We don't need politicians that are, that are making that their living. I've made my living from 62 years old. You know, I could lay up, I could do a layup, okay? I worked hard and I've done my thing, but that's not what I want to do. I want to make it better down here, and I hate it that we're losing population, and I hate it that we're losing our schools, and if we don't get the schools right to where industries come in here and people feel like they can send their kids to the school that they're paying their taxes for, you know, I mean, it's just over. I mean, I saw it happen in Pine Bluff. And I love Pine Bluff, but my mom still lives there. All my roots are there, but
No.
if you do not support your schools, you will not get in. And we got a real challenge because in agriculture where I work, and in the timber, which is the same, it's like agriculture with, I mean, a tree is just the same thing as a soybean, it just takes 30 years. Those machines are incredible. They come in, they strip the tree, they put it up, put it on the truck, goes to the mill. But you still got to have somewhere to go with that when you finish up at the mill. And we're decreasing the amount of people it takes. But it does not mean we at least need to maintain what we're doing as far as our education. And I think there's a lot of opportunities with, I don't know, I'm not the smartest, you know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but there's a lot of things we can do with the good internet connections and stuff to where people can come and work and have our quality of life if we got if we got good schools. They can come down here and have good quality of life. University of Arkansas, Monticello. I went to Washita, and University of Arkansas. If they can get a quality of life down here, people will come. I think because we got the country lifestyle. It's wonderful. So, all right, sorry.